Take just a few minutes and give her a brief report on our operation as to what we've been doing in the state of Louisiana, and give her a chance to say a few words to you. So without further ado, let me introduce Jane Morgan. Jane is, Supriya, Jane is our state disaster officer. With our national disaster operations, each state has a person designated as a state disaster operations officer who coordinates the activities of all of our chapters within the state to plan for and make sure that we have the resources ready to respond to things like Gustav. And Jane's going to give you a report on what's been going on in this particular operation. Jane?
Thanks, Vic. I'm really glad to have the opportunity to provide you with some information. I think one of the most exciting things is there's over 3,000 workers, and 90% of those are volunteers. And those are people who are within the state of Louisiana and other states across the country. And what they've done since they've been here is we've had 135 shelters that have been open. We're right at 70,000 night stays in those shelters. We fed close to 600,000 meals and snacks, approximately 13,000 mental health contacts. Most people, when they're affected by disaster, they're perfectly normal, but they get angry or they're scared or they're concerned about loss of control, and it's just, that's okay, let them know it's normal. We've also provided stuff to them, hygiene materials, and information and referrals. So we've been very busy. We're beginning to our individual assistance program and are hoping to reach out in all the other parishes that have been affected. Thank you.
Thank you, Jane. Jane was a Red Crosser here in Louisiana, spent several years at our national headquarters in the Disaster Operations Center, so knows the national operation very well, and we're thrilled to get her back here. And she's been back in Louisiana for, what, 90 days now, Jane? So we and Gustav welcomed her home. So without further ado then, let me introduce you all to a very special lady. The American Red Cross in Louisiana is extremely happy to have a great working relationship with the state of Louisiana, with Governor Jindal, who I'm sure, as you all have seen as you've been here, has demonstrated marvelous leadership to our state in responding to this event. And we are so happy to have the Jindal team leading Louisiana. And when I say the Jindal team, I'm not only talking about the governor and his staff, I'm talking about the governor and his partner. And Supriya Jindal has been very positively supportive of the Red Cross work. She wanted to come by here and tell all of you all, thank you all for what you're doing, and also to make a little special presentation to us. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the very gracious First Lady of Louisiana, Supriya Jindal.
Thank you. The American Red Cross has been an integral part of disaster recovery for communities all across the United States. It works hand in hand with parish and state governments to determine where the Red Cross is needed and what goods and services should be provided by those affected by disaster. It has partnered with Save the Children, which has created several hundred safe space kits for children affected by disasters. This amazing foundation provides food, shelter, and counseling services, all of which is provided to individuals at no cost. Because the Red Cross provides such services, they rely on donations from individuals and corporations. In the aftermath of Gustav, the Red Cross has proactively put all of these donations to good use, often working in collaboration with faith-based communities and other established organizations. I've had the privilege of serving food in communities with them and have witnessed firsthand how well they serve neighborhoods all across Louisiana. Already through the efforts of the Red Cross, and I suspect my numbers may be outdated by now, 558 shelter centers have been set up, 167,042 meals have been served, 8,616 comfort kits have been delivered, and 4,428 Red Cross workers from all across the country have been involved. Recently, I was asked to deliver a very generous donation from the First Lady of Guam and the Guam Hope Foundation. Thus, I'm delighted to be here today to present to the Red Cross funds for use here in Louisiana. They have donated over $27,000 to the Disaster Relief Fund, which will go to aid those here in Louisiana impacted by Hurricane Gustav. So, Vic. I want to send a heartfelt thank you to the Red Cross, the First Lady of Guam, and the Guam Hope Foundation, and all those who donate to help others in this time of need. It is this spirit of human kindness and selfless giving that I see all across our state that ensures me that Louisiana will recover and be stronger than ever. Let me also just say that it is times like these that we all need to remember how fortunate we are to live in the United States of America. Our country is so generous and our people are so giving. Bobby and I have both been moved by the fact that the people of Louisiana and America are willing to help complete strangers. So many have given so much, and in most cases have given to complete strangers, to people they have never met and likely will never meet. This kind of selfless generosity is one of the things that truly makes Louisiana and America great. Thank you all for everything you do. Thank you for all the volunteers that are here working in our state, and a special thanks to the American Red Cross. Thank you.
Thank you, Supriya, very, very much. Thank you for the gift. Thank you for your personal support and Governor Jindal's support of the organization. I'll mention to you also, you saw some folks over here that you were talking to. As I'm sure you're aware, we're proud to be a United Way agency in our community, also supported by our local capital area, United Way. Karen Profita is the new CEO and president of that organization. We're delighted they stopped by to be here this afternoon, she and some of her staff. So Karen, nice to see you. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. I'll also tell you, Supriya, I'm sorry we don't have the masses here that we did the first day they were coming in, because they're all out in the community working right now. But I will tell you, when they were here and I had a chance to talk to them when they first came in and welcome on behalf of our city, I asked for a show of hands of how many of them had been here since Katrina, or for Katrina, excuse me. About 80% of the crowd were here for Katrina, and they're back again. So they're here from all over the country because they believe in the work of the Red Cross. They love doing work for the other people that are affected by disaster, and they love Louisiana, and they came back to help us again, and we're very proud of that. Lastly, let me introduce to you, to put an operation like this together obviously takes some management team, and we have three very important managers who are running this operation for us. I just want to recognize them while you're here. The the director of the disaster operation for Gustav, Wayne Brennicell. Wayne, back here. Lisa Bennett, back here, Lisa Bennett, back here. And Elaine Clyde, Miss Elaine back there. They are the three administrators that come here and spend their lives here as long as they need to make this operation successful. And I think so far they've done a marvelous job, and we're so proud of the work we've been able to do for the citizens of Louisiana. And again, we thank you for your support personally for the American Red Cross. Thanks everybody for stopping in what you've been doing to come and participate in this presentation. Thank you for the gift. Thank you more so again for your personal support, Supriya. We appreciate it very much.